So all four MLB division series kicked off yesterday, and it did not take very long for something to happen that has literally never happened before. And if we're talking Major League Baseball and something happens that has never happened before when they've played that sport for like 1,000 years, that's pretty incredible. And yet, here we are. Here the bleep we are.
Here we are.
It happened in H-Town, where Yordan Alvarez found himself in that proverbial dream backyard situation. You know, the one where every last one of us, as a kid, had a wiffle ball bat in our hands, and it played out in our minds. Like, literally everybody listening had that moment as a kid. I'm willing to guarantee every last person listening, bottom of the ninth, down 2 runs, 2 on, 2 men out, and then this. I mean, dude did not just walk it off. He blasted its ass to Mars. And that was not just the most epic Astros moment since they trash banged their way to a World Series 5 years ago. That was one of the most epic moments in the history of Major League Baseball's postseason. Because like I said, it literally had never happened. Literally. It's going to sound crazy, but that is an absolute fact. No player has ever hit a playoff walk-off bomb while trailing by multiple runs. I mean, I know that sounds wrong. I know that sounds impossible, but that's actually true. Believe it. Somehow, some way, that is true. That had never happened in the history of the sport. I mean, I don't even know how to describe this. I need help. I need help to process this. I need help to put this in its proper context. I need the right person to help me with this. Where do I go? How do I process this? Oh, wait, I know. I need an assist from Double Rainbow Guy. He can help with this.
Oh my God.
Dude.
Oh my God.
What's your reaction?
Oh my God.
Nobody had ever done this. Nobody had ever done this before, Rainbow. Dude, what's your reaction?
Wow. Woo!
Right? Right,
Yeah!
Rainbow dude?
Oh.
Seriously. My man gets it. You might. You might not, but my man gets it. So that was the first postseason walk-off by a team trailing in the 9th since Joe Carter in the 93 World Series.
Oh my God.
Right?
Oh.
Are you old enough to remember?
Oh.
I know exactly where I was.
It's
I
so
remember where I was when I watched Joe Carter walk it off.
vivid.
In Palm Springs, hanging out in a home that we rented, watching that, and I couldn't believe it. I don't know what's more shocking, that or the fact that that was 1993. Rainbow Guy, pick me up. How amazing was that?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
It's only the second walk-off bomb in postseason history by a team down to its final out. And you all know the last one. Gibson off Eck in Game 1 of the 88 series. Hey, Rainbow Guy, where were you when that happened? Dude, I know you were not in one of those cars beyond the outfield wall with the red taillights on. Rainbow Guy. You never left your seat. You were there, dude. You were there when Gibson went yard. My man. Hey, you want to talk epic? You want to talk Ionic? Shout out to the Astros social media team rising to the occasion by tweeting out the home run with the words, "Who is your daddy?" Y-O-R-D-A-D-D-Y. Who is your daddy? In fact, I got to say, it was a big day for your daddy smack. We will circle back to that. But while we're on this topic of crazy things that never happen and teams squaring off against their daddies, why don't we talk Padres Dodgers, where something absurdly rare and absolutely incredible happened at the stadium last night. And it's happening right now as we speak. You're going to want to be sitting down for this. You ready? Here it goes. Yes, it rained yesterday. I know, right? Absolutely bananas. It rained. water fell out of the sky and hit the ground. And the amazing thing is, it did. It put the water in the ground. The amazing thing is, the Dodgers. See, everybody thinks that they just kind of buy their divisional titles. They buy their championships. They're not built the right way. Wrong. They managed to overcome the incredible adversity that is rainfall. Wrong. Because in this town, there may be no greater adversity than rainfall. But the Dodgers, they dug deep. They embraced the suck that is precipitation. And they held on for a 5-3 win. I'm not sure how they did it, but they did it. Then again, hard to blame the Padres because they're from the same region. We are not used to this kind of adversity. We are not used to water just falling out of the sky. And I'm sure they all thought to themselves, what the hell is happening? I mean, what are we even doing here?
Like,
what are we doing here?
What are we doing? Like, what am I doing here?
Like, what am I doing here?
What am I here?
Where is this water coming from?
What are we doing here?
Is there a gigantic faucet in the sky? What are we doing?
Like, what are
we doing here?
Like, what am I doing here?
Right now, the Dodgers are their daddy. The Padres are 5-15 this season against the Dodgers. So whatever they're trying to do to beat their daddy clearly is not working. At least there was no daddy talk in the Yankees-Guardians game. There was something somehow even worse, much worse. There was Garrett Cole talk. We know what happens whenever that guy tries to speak. And don't get me wrong, he did pitch his ass off last night. But of course, he managed to ram his own foot into his own mouth, much to the delight, I'm sure, of Rex Ryan. Cole gets all riled up. Well, he was fine. He got everybody else all riled up over some quotes that dropped in The Athletic yesterday about how hard his life is as a $324 million Yankee ace. Quote, "It'd be very nice to be living at home, playing with Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani. I could be spending today grilling burgers and drinking beer and gambling on football games. Instead, I'm here at Yankee Stadium throwing a bullpen at 10:40 a.m. But we've got the LDS coming up, and I'm pumped." End of quote. I don't even know what to make of that. I mean, that's like Kermit the Frog shading Trout and Ohtani for living down here in beautiful Orange County and just putting their feet up and coasting while he's patting himself on the back for getting a workout in at, quote, 10:40 a.m. My dude, what a warrior. What a grinder. Actually, the bleep is this guy even talking about? No, I mean that honestly. Like, what the hell does any of that even mean? When you put your name on the line that is dotted on Yankee letterhead. The hell are you talking about? And why are you dragging Ohtani and Trout into this? Was that like an attempt at humor? I mean, especially Ohtani. You probably should keep that guy's name out your mouth. His ERA was more than a full run lower than yours. He had a better record than you did. I don't know if you want to be talking about, quote, grilling burgers and drinking beer and gambling on football games. Oh, one more thing. Shohei, he also hit 34 home runs, even though he was just chilling and being a slacker back home in the OC.
34.
But I will say this, in defense of Cole, you cannot question this dude's grind. I mean, he's out there getting it in and doing work at 10:40 a.m. Garrett Cole works while the rest of the world sleeps. I mean, seriously, whenever this dude opens up his mouth, the strangest, cringiest bleep just comes flying out. Like bleep that nobody wants to hear. And yet somehow, some way, that's not even the strangest, cringiest bleep a Yankee pitcher has said or done this week. Because in case you missed it, Aroldis Chapman literally quit on the team. Literally. Not figuratively, not, just kind of checked out mentally. He quit on the team. He quit. right before the playoffs. Dude was supposed to throw a live BP session last Friday and then just no-showed, went AWOL, threw up deuces, and took off from Miami, which is yet another thing that this postseason has already provided that I can't ever remember happening. Dude just bounced. Like, that was that. Just like I can't remember a time when Philly fan was in a better mood than right now. Philly, you knew I was not going to forget about you because y'all got one win closer to your celebratory horse pie sando by beating back the defending champs in Game 1. Man, Philly fan, how good is it to be you right now? Seriously. How good is it to be a Philly fan right now and to see a game-saving diving catch in shallow right field by Castellanos?